Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Don Alt Field at Bison Stadium for today's non-conference matchup between the visiting Penn State Beaver Lions and your Bethany College Bison. Before tonight's match, let's meet the starting lineups. First to the visiting Lions. The goalkeeper from Austintown, Ohio, number 37, Megan Bartley. A midfielder from Queens, New York, number 5, Lisbeth Minkala. On defense from West Mifflin, Pennsylvania, number 6, Allison Van Kirk. At forward from Beaver, Pennsylvania, number 7, Leah Rue. At midfield from Uniontown, Washington, number 10, Mackenzie McIntosh. At forward from New Brighton, Pennsylvania, number 15, Madison Zahn. On defense from Lexington, South Carolina, number 19, Bailey Brown. At midfield from Tampa, Florida, number 22, Haley Reed. On defense from 10K Verde, Arizona, number 23, Addison Goodman. On defense from Hillside, New Jersey, number 25, Abigail Pereira. At midfield from Rockville, Maryland, number 32, Jordan Brown. Leading the Lions is head coach Rand Warshaw, assisted by Brittany Zan and Jim Van Kirk. And now let's meet your Bison. The goalkeeper, number 97 from Morgantown, West Virginia, number Corinne Graybro. On defense from St. John's, Antigua, number 1, Nia Coates. On defense from San Angelo, Texas, number 6, Jasmine Gonzalez. At midfield from Bath Lodge, Antigua, number 9, Shania Christopher. At midfield from St. John's, Antigua, number 10, Jada Benjamin. At midfield from Baltimore, Maryland, number 13, Brooke Falecki. At forward from Steubenville, Ohio, number 16, Mary Marshall. On defense from Green Bay, Antigua, number 17, Maya Kerwin. On defense from New Cumberland, Pennsylvania, number 20, Emily Wagner. At midfield from Joppa, Maryland, number 26, Mallory Payton. And at forward from McKinnon, Antigua, number 30, Monica Bird. Leading the Bison is head coach Alyssa Finelli, assisted by Spencer Reinford. At this time, we ask that you please rise and please remove your hats as we honor America playing the national anthem.
We welcome you to Don Alt Field at Bison Stadium for today's non-conference women's soccer action between the visiting Penn State Beaver Lions and your Bethany Bison. Hello everybody, Drew and Sayo here with you on the PAC Digital Network. Beaver enters today with a record of 0-4 overall, including 0-1 in the Penn State University Athletic Conference. The Lions are coming off of an 11-0 loss at Geneva Friday night and are looking for a much better result here this afternoon, as it's been a rough start to the campaign for fourth-year head coach Rand Warsaw, who will look for some answers against a strong side this afternoon. As for the Bison, currently sit at 4 wins, 0 losses, and a pair of draws. Bethany fresh off of a 90-minute scoreless affair against Lycoming Saturday afternoon, a result that is much improved from a year ago. In her 4th year, head coach Alyssa Finelli has the green and white running on all cylinders this season and looks for much of the same here this afternoon. Take a look at the goalkeeper matchup. First for Beaver, it's Megan Bartley, the senior from Austintown, Ohio. Bartley's making her 3rd start of the season, possessing a .729 percentage and a 6.5 goals against average in what is her 4th overall appearance of the season. As for Bethany, this as usual for the senior from Morgantown, Corinne Grabo, who has an .811 percentage, 6 games, a .117 goals against average, with a pair of clean sheets as well. Our referee this afternoon, Jeff Nardowitz. Our center official, Ben Barley on the near side, Carmen DeLeo on the far side. The visiting Lions will have the opening kickoff. We are underway as the Bison look for yet another win in the early goings of this season. See the midfield trio of Shania Christopher, Brooke Valecki, and Mallory Payton getting adjusted right away. Of course, this game was originally supposed to be played down at the historic Hoke Field where Saturday's contest was against Lycoming, but rain altered those plans very quickly. So the Bison back up here on the turf as Monica Bird cannot keep the feed from Shania Christopher inside the touchline. So the first throw of the contest, make that the first 2, go in favor of Penn State Beaver. Just as I say that, Nia Coates deflecting it out of play for her 3rd throw in a span of about 15 seconds. The Bison off to an electric start this season, scoring goals left to right. Of course, Morgan Keelan will be coming off the bench as Jada Benjamin threw on goal. Benjamin taking her time in the penalty area, firing and hitting the back of the net. A minute 23 seconds into the contest, the Bison with an early lead. It is goal number 6 of the season by Jada Benjamin. And just like that, Bethany striking first. There's another quick start for the Bison, getting one right back as Valecki tries to play a through ball up to Benjamin once again, saving it on the near side, but she's flagged for offside. Benjamin not quite sure of how she missed time to run there, but now she's trying to plead her case with Jeff Nardowitz, and call is for Jada Benjamin, unfortunately final. Benjamin had plenty of time to dribble inside the penalty area prior to her hitting the back of the net. Of course, the through ball from Shania Christopher was on point. Valecki will weave her way through the midfield. Still in possession, slotting it out to Monica Bird. Trying to get herself around Abigail Pereira, cannot. Bison with a throw deep in the attacking third. Valecki finding the feet of Marshall, trying to go right back to Valecki. Instead, flex off of Jordan Brown. Bethany back in possession. Peyton finding Emily Wenger. Sends the ball in, but Megan Bartley quickly off of her line to claim that one. Bartley set to punt that one away. Emily Wenger bringing it down, and then in possession once again are the Lions. Madison Dawn was in possession before the Bison won it right back. Peyton trying to get around Abigail Brown and could not. Rather, Jordan Brown, I should say. Wenger was in possession, then ultimately stripped. But the Bison get it right back. Peyton again laying it off to Nia Coates, who plays one brilliantly down the line. Monica Bird crossing that one into the box. Marshall just behind her. Bartley scoops that one up without any sort of pressure. Quickly distributing that one forward to Lisbeth Minshala, senior out of Queens, New York. Shania Christopher having it stripped away from her, and then quickly regaining possession. Wenger once again joining in the attack for the Bison. Able to get around Minshala easily. Marshall going right back to Wenger. Cross towards back post. Bartley got a hand to it, and then her second chance effort. Able to gather it quickly. Despite the early one-goal lead through the first 5 minutes, Coach Lee seeming a little bit frustrated down on the near sideline. Bird keeps the ball in play. Sends a low-driven cross in towards the near post. Billy again able to get that one rather routinely. Of course, the last time these two teams met, the Bison scored not once, not twice, but 13 times. Nia Coates and Mary Marshall leading the way in that game with 3 goals apiece. That game taking place at right field, the home of Penn State Beaver, and now the Bison getting the opportunity to host the game this season. A little bit of a pinball effect in play once again, and now the Bison looking to settle it down just a bit. Through ball from Wenger. Benjamin on the receiving end, driving into the penalty area. Benjamin still in possession, plenty of time. Slots one back post. Marshall to redirect. And Bartley able to recover, pick up the loose ball. Megan Bartley, one of the busiest members of the Lions through the first 6.5 minutes. Seems to be touching the ball more often than not. Shania Christopher playing this one out wide to Nia Coates. An unchanged back line for the Bison. Monica Bird sending it into Marshall. Unchanged from Saturday, that is. Now Mallory Payton winning back possession once again. Taking it away from Haley Reed. Flecky playing it on the first touch out to Benman. Slots one to the far side, trying to find Monica Bird. Well out of her reach and out of play for a goal kick. Long delay here from Bartley, ensuring that her teammates are ready to go. Kick right to the feet of Flecky. And the Bison will set up shop once again. Benjamin laying that one off to Wenger out of New Cumberland, Pennsylvania. Christopher finding Coates. Back in centrally to Peyton. Monica Bird onside over on the far side. slotting it into Benjamin. Still trying to fight for possession. Benjamin gathering it quickly and then sent out of play by Minshala. And out for first corner kick of the afternoon in favor of the Bison. Chance for the green and white to double their early lead. The Lions have all 11 members inside the defensive third. Christopher sends that ball in off the head of Monica Bird and out for a goal kick. Mallory Payton getting up there as well. Bison able to capitalize on a free header. Goal kick there from Bartley. Beyond the reach of Haley Reed. Falacki, long range effort there. Slipping in the process. Bartley making the save once again. Quickly sending that one to the near side, but Wenger the closest one to it. And then Wenger ultimately taking too big of a touch, carrying out for the Lions throw. And now Addison Goodman went to take the throw, but was on the field of play when she took it, so possession will flip to the Bison. Coach Finelli sends a pair of substitutes to warm up. Of course, Penn State Beaver only having 2 available subs for the entire game. As the through ball forward there from Shania Christopher goes out for a goal kick. Of course, it's a lot of games in a short span of time for the Bison. A game Saturday against Lycoming, playing today against Penn State Beaver, and then back at it Wednesday for the conference play opener against Allegheny. First time they've met since several years, as Allegheny has just rejoined the President's Athletic Conference. Coates slotting a ball in towards Mary Marshall, deflecting out of play for a corner kick. Bailey Brown getting the foot in there to knock that one over the end line. Christopher service in once again off the head of Payton and just carrying over the crossbar. Another uncontested header in which the Bison have not been able to put in the net. The Bison advantage could quite easily be tripled at this point. Just under 12 minutes gone in the first half. Bartley's goal kick right to the feet of Goodman. Benjamin intercepting. Marshall playing it inside, trying to go right back to Marshall. But the Bison reading it aggressively and gaining it right back. Wenger's cross towards the back post. Out of the reach there of Bartley and out for a goal kick. So the Bison had handfuls of possession. Solid with connecting the passes, but have been unable to hit the back of the net more than just one from Jada Benjamin. We will have 3 substitutes making their way into the game for Bethany. Be Carlene Thomas, Kaylin Wilson, and Ava Lee. Payton finds the feet of Wenger. 3 substitutes getting some instruction from Coach Finelli before they get set to check in. Christopher slots a brilliant through ball forward. Monica Bird playing it in centrally, just out of the reach of Benjamin, and now the Lions look to clear. Jordan Brown able to get firm possession of the ball, and now Monica Bird trying to keep it in play. Thought she had it on attempt number 1, but in fact could not keep it in. We see Ava Lee checking in for Maya Kerwan, Kaylin Wilson for Mallory Payton, and Carlene Thomas for Nia Coates. Payton having a discussion with Coach Finelli just as she made her way off, and the goal kick from Bartley carries out a play on the near side for a Bison throw. Payton seeming a little bit confused as to why she was taken off. Lee switching the field of play to find Carlene Thomas, getting her first touches. Cross fired in. Valecki picking up the loose change. Bird trying to show off a little bit of skill there, having her pass knocked away. The Bison gathering it once again. Through ball forward to Benton from Ava Lee. Cleared away by Jordan Brown. Sitting in deep in front of the Lions back line. The holding mid. Wenger playing through forward to Benjamin. Onside. Fires toward goal. Bartley with a strong hand. Pushes that one out of play for a corner kick. Jada Benjamin thought she had doubled the Bison advantage and her goal tally of the day. But Bartley robbing her of the moment for the time being. Another corner for the Bison. Wide open on the back post is Mary Marshall, who hits the back of the net. Third time's the charm for the Bison on corner kicks. And Mary Marshall, with plenty of room, heads the ball home for goal number 4. Shania Christopher with her first assist in a Bethany uniform. 2-0 Bison lead with 15:28 gone in the first half. Can only imagine that settles some of the frustration from the Bison bench. We see Bethany finally able to score courtesy of a corner kick. The Lions get play going once again. Jordan Brown just trying to send that one as far forward as possible. Carlene Thomas, a little bit of contact there working against Haley Reed. Brilliant switch of the play there from Jasmine Gonzalez, finding Emily Wenger. Likes to push forward and join the attack. Benjamin playing the ball back to Wenger, and now Kaylin Wilson out of Wheeling, West Virginia, getting involved. Christopher slotting it forward to Monica Bird. Well onside, driving to the penalty area, firing towards the back post. Save made by Bartley, and Mary Marshall taps home the rebound. 2 goals in the span of about a minute for Mary Marshall. Attacks on goal number 5 of the season. Monica Bird, assist number 5. And the Bison lead 3-0.
Bison goal scorer number 16, Mary Marshall.
Bartley making the original save there, but could not keep it within her reach. And Mary Marshall able to just tap it into a wide open net. So usually Shania Christopher, rather Monica Bird, having to wait for assist number 5. It's the through ball there towards Jada Benjamin, just beyond her reach. Yet another goal kick for the Lions. We see 3 more subs getting set to check in for the Bison, just beginning their warm-up process. Brooke Filecki ruled for a handball there. Mentioned the strong start to the season for the Bison. Just before the game kicked off, Bethany with a chance today to surpass their win tally from last season. Things already looking good for the green and white. Filecki trying to play a through ball forward. Christopher going right back to Monica Bird. Bird onside, driving into the penalty area. Bird firing towards goal. Bartley making a huge save. Bird was trying to slot that one towards the side netting of the far post. Bartley's punt just too far out of reach there from her forward, so chance now for the Bison to attack once again. Wenger taking a touch there around Addison Goodman, trying to keep it in play. Wenger able to do so, driving along the end line. Wenger trying to get around Bailey Brown, could not. Jada Benjamin able to strip it away from Mackenzie McIntosh. Wenger slotting it into Shania Christopher, firing towards goal, taking a touch and deflecting it away there. Allison Van Kirk. Second chance effort for Carlene Thomas from range, out for a goal kick. And now the three Bison subs will make their way into the game. Morgan Keelan, Lauren Cooper, Grace Schweikert. We knew it was only a matter of time before Morgan Keelan checked into the game, as Schweikert checks in for Mary Marshall, Keelan in for Benjamin, and then Lauren Cooper in for Monica Bird.
And number 14, Lauren Cooper.
Three fresh forwards for the Bison. Coach Finelli talking a lot about how it'll be a primary four rotation of the three forward positions between Marshall, Keelan, Bird, and Benjamin. And then, of course, Schweikert and Cooper coming off the bench when necessary. Cooper plays that one forward to Carlene Thomas, making the overlapping run across towards the near post, out for a goal kick. About 20 minutes on here in the first half. The Bison already making 6 changes. Bartley looking for an option as a result of the goal kick. Ends up hitting it right into the feet of Filecki. Christopher trying to find Morgan Keelan well beyond her reach and out for a Lions throw. And now Wenger's going to see that one out to play. Rhea Rue was getting some instructions from Coach Warsaw before that ball bounced right in front of her, and then Rue ending up heading to the bench. Possible injury. He'll get replaced by Kimani Garcia, freshman out of Somerville, South Carolina.
Number 14, Kimani Garcia.
Thomas in possession once again for the Bison. Trying to find Christopher. Cleared away on the first touch by Minchala. Now Gonzalez facing her own goal, but able to find the feet of Carlene Thomas. Through ball forward, trying to find Schweikert was Filecki, but Grace Schweikert starting her run just a bit too soon. Flagged for offside. Of course, the second time in as many games for the Bison in which a member of the team was playing on their birthday. was Mary Marshall Saturday against Lycoming, and today it's none other than Schweikert herself. Eva Leaf finds Emily Wenger. Bison looking to once again possess the ball cleanly. Carlene Thomas playing it forward to Schweikert. Morgan Keelan on the receiving end. A shot off the hands of Bartley, and Morgan Keelan hits the back of the net. Her team leading 8th goal with 22 and a half minutes to play in the first half. The Bison lead over the Lions now 4-0.
Bethany goal scored by number 25, Morgan Keelan.
Through ball played there to Keelan by Brooke Valecki, trying to find Schweikert, but ended up carrying more towards the back post for Morgan Keelan. So it's the first assist in green and white for Brooke Valecki. Kaylin Wilson switching the field brilliantly. Through ball forward, Thomas trying to find Schweikert again, and Keelan pursuing it aggressively, fouling Megan Bartley. And now getting quick word with Jeff Nardowitz, our referee. Certainly no intent there from Keelan, but did in fact foul Bartley. Christopher trying to bring down the 50-50 ball, but instead it falls to the feet of Madison Zahn. Now Haley Reed forcing Jasmine Gonzalez to just send that one out of play for a throw, and Kaylin Wilson down on the field. Tyler Hyatt, the Bison athletic trainer, being ushered out to tend to Wilson. At this point, take a quick look back at the goals so far for the Bison. Mary Marshall with a pair in the span of about a minute. Jada Benjamin got the Bison on the board with her 6th of the season. Marshall up to 5, courtesy of those 2 goals. And then most recently, Morgan Keelan with goal number 8, giving the Bison a 4-goal advantage. A game that has been pretty much dominated by the Bison through the first 23 minutes and 46 seconds. Now we wait and see what happens with Kaylin Wilson, who potentially might come on to replace her. Wilson at least on her feet, walking off under her own power, always a great sign to see. Wilson will be exiting the game. It'll be Gabby Hicks making her way into the game.
Entering in for the Bison, number 8, Gabby Hicks.
Freshman midfielder out of Chinchilla, Australia. Play will get restarted on the far side with the Lions throw. This is the first appearance for Gabby Hicks. An opportunity for Hicks to make an early mark in the eyes of Coach Finelli, Coach Reinford. Schweikert's touch just a bit too big there. And now Van Kirk shielding Schweikert. It would get around Schweikert. Little back and forth action before taking the deflection there off of Lauren Cooper. Gonzalez driving forward, finding Wenger. Wenger trying to split a pair of Lions, able to do so, and then her effort towards goal, well off the mark, out for a Lions goal kick. Firing that one long. Schweikert able to get ahead to it. Schweikert bringing down the second chance. 50-50 ball. Felecki finding Cooper, right back to Christopher. Bison look to set something up. Carleen Thomas, a little bit of skill. Driving into the penalty area, slotting it towards the near post. Cooper there, but deflecting out of play for Bethany corner. Chance for the Bison to tack on yet another. Shania Christopher looping ball towards the penalty spot. Hicks playing it back out to Christopher. Left-footed effort. Bartley getting both hands up to it. It's a dangerous strike towards the near post. Bartley again picking up another save. Punt forward. Trying to find the feet of Zahn, just deflecting too far away from Zahn. Now a second chance there. Thomas reading it brilliantly. For a little bit of skill to get around Pereira. Schweikert trying to get on the end of a through ball there, and Bartley gathers that one plenty of time. Forward from Bartley. Eva Lee getting ahead to it. Deflecting out of play for a Lions throw. Chance for Beaver to potentially get something going. It has been a quiet day for the Bison back line in terms of having to defend strong opportunities. Thomas trying to find Christopher, then Lecky as Wenger plays a through ball forward. Cooper was onside, Schweikert was not. Bartley off her line, gathering that one. Gonzalez is able to bring down the punt once again from Bartley. Get a report on the PAC weekly accolades. Last week, Corinne Grabo was the goalkeeper of the week, and after making 12 saves against Lycoming, she's back in that position once again. Brilliantly done there from Brooke Felecki, trying to find Schweikert, but too far in front there. Bartley claiming that loose ball. There's Grabo now. Second in the PAC in terms of save percentage after making those 12 saves. Not allowing Lycoming to hit the back of the net. She gets her first touches there, courtesy of a back pass from Emily Wenger. Uses some speed to get around Kimon Garcia. Felecki trying to switch the play to Cooper. Just out of her reach. Thomas can't keep it in play. Out for the Lions throw. mentioned that the Lions have had some early struggles. Just the one goal scored for them so far this season was at home against Defiance, courtesy of Bailey Brown. Not including the first 29 minutes and 15 seconds of this half, the Lions conceding 7.5 goals per game. Wenger slots that one forward to Keelan, trying to keep it in play, does so. Keelan touch there around Minchala. Keelan firing towards the near post, sneaks under the hands of Bartley. Morgan Keelan with her second goal of the game, 9th of the season. Bethany 5, Beaver 0. 15:24 to play in the first half. Morgan Keelan continuing her dominant start as a member of the Bison out of Louisville, Ohio. Something you don't see every day there. The kickoff being taken about 3 yards beyond midfield. Jordan Brown was a little bit confused when our referee, Jeff Nardowitz, blew the whistle, but allowed things to continue on. So keep playing here at Dawn Outfield. Lee trying to find Cooper. Can get around Pereira, but instead slotting it back to Carleen Thomas. Reed with the deflection, trying to save it, unable to do so, and out for a Bison throw. Christopher driving into the midfield, through ball forward towards Morgan Keelan. Keelan onside, firing towards the near post, right into the hands of Bartley. Morgan Keelan looking for her second hat trick in the span of 3 games, where she picked up a hat trick against Defiance on September 11th. Wenger slots one through to Shania Christopher. Christopher in on goal. Christopher firing towards the near post, but right into the hands of Bartley, who continues to be very busy here in the first half. Sole reason as to why this game is not a larger advantage for the Bison than it is already. Wenger driving forward into the attacking third. Slotting it towards the back post, trying to find Cooper. Finally managed to get around Pereira. Ball staying in play. Pereira using the body brilliantly. Schweikert looking for an option, deflecting there. Back to Carleen Thomas. Hicks keeping it in possession, finding Wenger. Wenger trying to get around Minchala, does so. Cross towards the back post, and that one carries over the crossbar and out for a goal kick. Coach Vanelli getting 2 more subs ready to go. Jalen Aviles and Aubrey Ashenhart. As Bartley picks up the loose ball uncontested. Of course, we've seen Aviles in action once or twice here with the Bison. Will be the first collegiate appearance for Ashenhart. Wenger's throw finding Hicks. Now in possession, McIntosh for Shania Christopher, coming to clear that one away. With the game Wednesday against Allegheny, you had a feeling Coach Finley was going to try to get everybody into the game. Morgan Keelan onside, right-footed effort into the hands of Bartley, but she can't collect it, and Morgan Keelan records the hat trick with 11:39 to play in the first half 6-0 Bison over the Lions. Morgan Keelan into double digits on the season with goals. And as a result of the goal, a pair of Bison subs will make their way into the game. Viles and Ashenhart in for Felecki and Christopher. As the Lions make a sub of their own, Fakar Muhammad into the game for Jordan Brown. Coach Warsaw standing on and trying to figure out how to stop the bleeding here in the first half with still over 11 minutes to play. Wenger's through ball forward, trying to find Schweikert. Bartley reading it perfectly. And now urging her squad forward. Lee controlling the punt, trying to play it back to Gonzalez, but Kimani Garcia able to intercept. Aviles playing it forward to Ashenhart. Goes into a hard challenge there with Abigail Pereira. And then Aviles getting the final touch before carrying out a play on the far side. Rather strange sequence of events there in terms of collisions and hard tackles. Throw in from Thomas, finding Cooper. Tries to slot one forward, deflecting off of Pereira and out for a Bison throw. Schweikert able to bring down the throw from Thomas. Right to Ashenhart, going to Aviles. Large touch there from Cooper. And the ball carries out of play for a goal kick. Chance now for Coach Warsaw to provide some instructions. As a result of the goal kick, a chance for the Lions to gain possession if they can, and Bartley's goal kick carries out a play for a Bison throw. And now Carlene Thomas guilty of a foul throw. So what could have been a chance for Bethany to gain some possession ends up going right back to the Lions. Lee switching the field of play. Finding Wenger. Viles, they're back to goal. Going right back to Gonzalez. The Bison keep possession. Ashenhart through ball forward, trying to find Schweikert, who gets a touch. Lauren Cooper working against Abigail Pereira, and Pereira just plays it safe, taps it out for a throw. Ashenhart taking the throw. Schweikert first time to Cooper. Cooper deflects it off of Pereira, out for a Bison corner. Every corner kick to this point has been for the green and white. Just over 8 minutes to play in the first half. Schweikert's effort low and on the ground, but Aviles fires it over the crossbar and out for a goal kick. Strong strike there from Jalen Aviles out of Woodbridge, Virginia. Bartley's goal kick right to Morgan Keelan. Bethany will go again. Keelan playing it into Aviles. Plenty of space to dribble forward. Cooper trying to save it on the far side. Strong challenge there from Pereira Cooper winning a free kick. Wenger serving the free kick. Keelan standing just inside the 6-yard box. Brilliantly driven in by Wenger, just over the crossbar. Would have been a highlight reel goal for Emily Wenger had that one dipped about 2 feet lower. Lee stepping in front of Muhammad there. Able to find the touch of Schweikert. Ashenhart driving into the penalty area, firing a shot, but it's blocked by Pereira. Just over 6 minutes to play in the first half. 6-0 advantage for the Bison. Thomas finding Schweikert. Tries to flick it on with the head to Lauren Cooper. Just a bit too strong. Now a foul throw from the Lions gives possession back to the Bison. Schweikert trying to find Aviles. It was Madison Zahn who had possession for a brief moment for the Lions. Cooper's effort well off the mark. Deflecting out of play for goal kick. Originally ruled a corner by Carmen DeLeo, but being overruled by Jeff Nardowitz. Bartley's goal kick. Hook towards the far side. Ashenhart just going to see that one out for a throw. Gonzalez finds Wenger on the near side. The Bison switching play. Service in from Wenger. Deflecting right to Ashenhart. Pereira again blocking any chance there. Thomas into the penalty area, slotting it back towards the penalty spot. Deflecting off Lions out for yet another Bison corner. Wenger delivers a service. Schweikert unable to get ahead to it. Keelan with the touch. Left-footed effort there from Ashenhart. Able to find Keelan. Well, back heel move there from Keelan. Schweikert to Ashenhart. One's cleared away, courtesy of Addison Goodman. Now Carlene Thomas in possession on the far side. Finding Cooper. Pereira again getting the touch. And then Thomas unable to keep it in play on the far side. Out for a Lions throw deep in their defensive third. Now the Lions winning a free kick as a result of what was a scenario that could be described as a mad scramble between both teams just trying to retain possession. Free kick there from Bartley, brought down by Thomas. Switches the field over to Wenger. Wenger with ease getting around Minchala. Plenty of space to drive forward. Wenger still in possession. and then ultimately being stripped after trying to get around defender number 3 was Bailey Brown, which Wenger could not beat. Lee finding a lace. Laying it off to Ashen Hart on the far side. A little bit of skill there from Cooper. Fires toward goal. Bartley gets a touch on it, and Lauren Cooper ends up finding the back of the net. Lauren Cooper, her first career goal in green and white.
Bison goal scorer number 14, Lauren Cooper.
7-0 Bison lead with a minute 45. Of course, Cooper getting the feed from Ashen Hart and then doing the rest herself, so collegiate point for Ashen Hart, courtesy of the assist. Bison will just try to knock the ball around for the remaining minute and a half. McIntosh was in possession briefly. Hicks able to get it away. Viles through ball trying to find Keelan. Second chance. And Viles then guilty of a foul. Just over a minute to play. Clock continues to wind down under a minute. Hicks stepping in front of Muhammad there. Thomas playing it forward to Ashen Hart. Pereira sweeping it away. Thomas finding Cooper. Through ball forward, Schweikert. Schweikert taking a touch around Bartley, still on her feet, and Schweikert taps it into the wide open net. A birthday goal for Grace Schweikert. Her second as a Bison. 8-0 Bethany over Penn State Beaver with 23 and a half seconds to play. Play gets resumed once again with Zahn taking the kickoff. Ashen Hart reading the pass there of McIntosh, able to intercept it, and Ashen Hart drew a foul in the process, which will allow the Bison to just wind down the final 4 seconds. So we get the halftime horn. The Bison with an 8-goal advantage over the Lions here at the intermission. We'll step aside on the PAC Digital Network, and when we return, coverage of the second half here from Donald Field at Bison Stadium with Bethany ahead of Penn State Beaver 8-0. back for the second half coverage of this non-conference women's soccer action. It's an 8-0 advantage over the Lions. We take a look at some halftime stats. The Bison have been running rampant. 26 shots, 17 on goal. The Lions not recording a shot or a shot on goal. 9 saves in the first half from Megan Boley. Clean effort there for Corinne Graybo. We will have a pair of keeper changes, one for each side. For Penn State Beaver, it'll be Jordan Brown making her way into the goal. Brown has made a pair of starts, 3 appearances, 708 save percentage, and an 814 goals against average. As for the Bison, it'll be Alessandra Ferrazzano making her Bethany debut here in the second half. A sophomore out of East Liverpool, Ohio. A transfer from the University of Akron. Did not play soccer for the Zips, but wanted to continue her soccer career here with Coach Finelli. We'll get her first 45 minutes of action in the second half. Relatively strong lineup for the Bison here, at least in the early portion of the half. Of course, a few substitutes staying in the game. Ava Lee is fresh off the bench. Jalen Avile still in the game. Schweikert and Cooper as well. Cooper unable to bring that pass in. Backline still solid for the Bison. 3 of the 4 starters and one back into the game in place of Jasmine Gonzalez. Throw from Coates finding Schweikert, and now Schweikert and Christopher combine in the midfield. Through ball forward to Monica Bird, slotting it towards the back post, and it ends up going down as an own goal. 58 seconds into the second half. Failed clearance attempt there for the Lions. I believe it was deflected in by Allison Van Kirk. Of course, we had it agreed during halftime that the clock will run regardless of goals being scored, injured players, etc. So, game will move at a much faster pace now. Goodman trying to keep it in play on the far side. Kicking it off of Cooper, but Cooper gaining possession. The Bison continue to knock the ball around. Coates goes inside to Christopher. Goes down to a split, trying to retain possession. Van Kirk trying to play it forward to the feet of Rhea Rue. Kerwan able to step in front. Wenger trying to play it forward to Cooper. The Bison setting up the attack once again. Wenger's delivery taking a deflection, trickling over the end line, out for a Bison corner. Shania Christopher set to send in the corner. Delivery in towards the penalty spot. Peyton getting a slight touch of the head on it. Not enough. Bird trying to slot it in towards Schweikert. Ball deflects right back to Peyton, who just smashes it into Minchala, and then Coates' effort there towards goal off the mark. Take a deflection for play in the process, so it'll give the Bison yet another corner. This time it'll be Monica Bird. Bird service, Peyton getting a touch on it, and now deflecting out of play for a goal kick. Taken by Brown, right to the feet of Wenger. The Bison will go right back at it in the attacking third. Bird finding the feet of Schweikert, flicked on brilliantly. A V-lace, long range effort, just wide of the post and out for a goal kick. Bison showing no signs of slowing down. Van Kirk taking the goal kick, trying to find Goodman. But out for a Bison throw on the far side. Take a look at upcoming games for Penn State Beaver. Host Penn State Scranton on September 24th. Cooper draws some contact in the penalty area. Cleared out for another Bison corner. And then after hosting Penn State Scranton, or next in action on October 1st at Penn State Hazleton. As for the Bison mentioned, Wednesday, hosting Allegheny in the conference play opener, as of now scheduled for 4:30. Brilliant kick, free kick in there, rather corner kick from Monica Bird. Wenger got a touch on it. Brown making the save. Then after Allegheny, the Bison head to Bluffton on September 24th, Saturday afternoon, for a 3 o'clock kickoff. Another strong corner in there from Bird towards the back post. Bison unable to get a touch on it as an injured Lion inside the box. Looks like Bailey Brown took the ball off of her head a little unexpectedly. Now she'll have to make her way over to the sidelines just to ensure that she is in fact good to go. Play will restart with drop ball into the hands of Jordan Brown. Bailey Brown going to be pulled off the field, at least for the time being. Just about 7.5 minutes gone here in the second half. And Bailey Brown, that is, gets placed by Vakar Muhammad. Cooper Wenger going 1-2 on our side. Service in from Wenger. Rattling off of the field goal upright. Out for a goal kick. A hard shot there from Wenger, but ultimately not on target as the Bison continue to pile up the shots. Mentioned they had 26 in the first half with 17 on goal. Cooper laying it back to the feet of Schweikert. Now a V-lace. Touch into the penalty area, but has that one cleared away by Garcia. Right back to Wenger. First time effort. Cross it Had a little bit of a shot element to it. Sails over the crossbar for a goal kick. And now Bailey Brown cleared to resume play, so Muhammad will check out. Bird bringing down the goal kick from Van Kirk. The bite continuing to string some passes together. Van Kirk working against Cooper there. Cooper on the winning end of that slight conflict. Peyton, long range effort, firing towards goal. Jordan Brown making the kick save. And now Lauren Cooper guilty of a foul there on Allison Van Kirk. And Lauren Cooper going into the book with the yellow card. And Coach Finelli now wanting a little bit of an explanation. Now referee Jeff Nardowitz having a quick word with Cooper before allowing play to resume. From my recollection, that was the first foul for Cooper. Didn't necessarily appear to do anything outside of the limits of the game. Jalen Avila draws an advantage in the attacking third. Bird playing it inside to Christopher. Christopher's effort from outside the penalty area sails over the bar, out for a goal kick. Bison just continue to take shots. 10.5 minutes into the second half. It appears Coach Finelli will be making more subs rather soon. Bird reading the goal kick from Van Kirk, trying to get around Pereira, deflecting out of play for a throw. Abigail Pereira, senior out of Hillside, New Jersey, has been a force to be reckoned with on the left side for the Lions, despite what the score is currently. Has had plenty of times where the Bison have tried to take her on and has not worked out in their favor. Ava Lee sprints back to field the ball facing her own goal, and first few touches in the career of Alessandra Ferrazano. She switches the ball from left to right. Coates finding Monica Bird. Deflected away by Kimani Garcia, out for Bethany throw, and the two subs checking in, back in I should say, Gabby Hicks, Aubrey Ashenhart in place of Mallory Payton and Shania Christopher. Throw from Coates right to Schweikert. Now Garcia using the body there. Keep that one away from Schweikert, who is rather frustrated. Appearing to be in some discomfort as well. Coates possibly thought it was a foul that Schweikert had won, but instead we'll just the throw in. Viles, nice bit of skill there around Haley Reed. Wenger inside the penalty area, slotting it back, firing towards goal, and Jalen Aviles hits the back of the net. 32-11 to play in the first half. Her first goal as a Bison. And now Bethany in double digits. It was Emily Wenger who slotted the ball back inside towards the top of the penalty area. So first assist there in the career of Emily Wenger, already with a pair of goals. Lauren Cooper trying to take advantage of an errant pass right off the kickoff. Wenger slotting it inside to Ashenhart. And Ashenhart wins the foul there against Garcia. The Bison have a free kick in the third. Ashenhart will have to come to the sidelines briefly. Got roughed up a little bit on the foul. Then a little cut on the knee there. Freshman out of New Martinsville, West Virginia, as Wenger sends the ball towards the penalty area, cleared away by Van Kirk. Kerwan now trying to get in on the action. Sends a cross in. Jordan Brown catches that one right in the breadbasket. Two more subs set to come back in for the Bison. Mary Marshall and Jada Benjamin. Ashenhart beckoned back on by Jeff Nardowitz. Schweikert still trying to retain possession for Bailey Brown. That one away. And now Aviles having some hard contact with Kimani Garcia. Fakar Muhammad set the check in for the Lions. Rather surprised, given the score and the game Wednesday, that Benjamin and Marshall are going back into the game. Bird trying to get around Abigail Pereira and cannot. We see Jada Benjamin checking in for Monica Bird. Mary Marshall in for Lauren Cooper. Throw from Coates. Right to the feet, Schweikert. Still in possession. Trying to find Benjamin on the far side. Mary Marshall now. Back to Schweikert. And Garcia with the late touch there. Allowing the Bison to get another throw. Clock continuing to wind. 16 minutes and change gone. Little back heel there. Schweikert falls to Ashenhart, but Garcia again getting a strong touch. Left-footed effort there from Hicks. Ends up deflecting off the chest of Schweikert. The Bison will set the attack once again. Wenger trying to play it through. Addison Goodman could not. Aviles playing it out wide to Benjamin. Hicks now. Right back to Benjamin. Late touch there from the Lions, but Bethany still in possession of Aviles. Plenty of space. Her effort ultimately blocked. Coates finds Ashenhart able to keep it away there from Garcia. Slightly too big of a touch there from Ashenhart. Cleared away by Mchala. Bison just racking up passes. Schweikert trying to play it through for Marshall. Not quite on the same page. Out for a goal kick. So now Allison Van Kirk will have another goal kick to take care of. Coach just going to simply see that one out of play. Muhammad. Marshall with a late touch. Bailey Brown able to clear that one away from danger, at least for now. Coates finding Marshall on the near side. Marshall trying to go inside to Schweikert. Van Kirk getting a touch. Nice stick in there from Nia Coates. Left-footed effort deflecting off of Brown. Second chance for Ashenhard. Plays it forward to Marshall. Back inside. Benjamin's effort. Fired over the end line. But a slight touch. Sees it out for Bison corner. Wenger set to take the corner for Bison. Swinging ball, deflecting off Brown. So Wenger with the opportunity to do it again. By using size inside the penalty area with Gabby Hicks on the goalkeeper of Jordan Brown, who shows off some bravery going out. Ball can in the air. Ava Lee driving her way around Garcia. Marshall no, trying to weave around Van Kirk. A little bit of contact there between Van Kirk and Marshall. Marshall not trying to be the guilty party. Certainly not one to shy away from contact, but does not be the one want to be the one called for a foul. Draws a little bit of a laugh from the Bison benches. Coates' cross well wide of the goal, out for a goal kick, though. Actually be Megan Bartley, first half goalkeeper. Taking the goal kicks now for the Lions. Took the last one as well. Inshallah, a little bit of a touch. Right back to Marshall. Now Ashenhart. And now Van Kirk under some pressure. Van Kirk able to draw a foul there. Coates sticking a leg in. Causing a disruption there of Van Kirk. So Bartley, an opportunity for her to take the free kick. Again, Bartley mentioned playing in goal the first half for the Lions. An extremely large reason as to why the scoreline isn't larger than it already is. Benjamin tries to drive inside. Ashenhart laying it off to Mary Marshall. Fires towards goal off the crossbar. Goodman just sending that one out of play. Carlene Thomas getting ready to come back into the game. Ashenhart again this time around Garcia. Effort from outside the top of the 18 into the hands of Jordan Brown. Brown's punt uncontested there for Maya Kerwan. Halfway through the second half, 22 minutes, 20 seconds to play to be exact. Ashenhart again slotting it forward, trying to find Benjamin. Benjamin brought down into the penalty area, and immediately Jeff Nardowitz points to the spot. So the Bison will have a penalty kick. Mary Marshall set to take it. Marshall already with 2 goals in the contest, both in the first half. Chance for 2 hat tricks again for the Bison against Penn State Beaver. There's Jeff Nardowitz just giving the routine instructions to Jordan Brown about making sure one foot stays on the line. Whistle blown. And Marshall tucks it away into the side netting on the left side of the goal. 11-0 Bison lead over the Lions. Mary Marshall, the hat trick hero, along with Morgan Keelan. Second hat trick for Mary Marshall against Penn State Beaver. Tacked on one last year as well. And along with Carleen Thomas, Lauren Cooper will come back into the game. Kerwan finding Wenger, and now Aviles. Jada Benjamin over on the far side. Going to work her way around Megan Bartley. Benjamin still in possession. Top of the penalty area. Shot deflected there by Van Kirk. Hicks' second chance effort. Well wide. Carries out for a goal kick. And now the subs will be beckoned on. Lauren Cooper coming in for Mary Marshall. Carleen Thomas in for Emily Wenger. I'd have to believe, pending any unforeseen circumstances, the day is done for Marshall and Wenger. The game in just 48 hours' time. Ville slotting it forward, trying to find Cooper just out of her reach into the hands of Jordan Brown. Punt there from Brown. Hicks unable to bring it down cleanly, but Kerwan able to keep it from carrying over the touchline. And now Lauren Cooper trying to get around Van Kirk. Van Kirk shielding off Cooper just enough to allow Jordan Brown to gather that one in. Hicks once again looking for an option. 18:40 to play here in the contest. Thomas trying to go 1-2 with the Viles. Her pass hit a bit too hard that time. Benjamin feeding it inside to Aviles. Lauren Cooper finding Schweikert. Bay Brown clearing that one away from danger. Benjamin getting there in front of Muhammad. Thomas finding Benjamin once again. Schweikert going back to Thomas. Thomas firing towards goal. Jordan Brown able to pick that one up with ease. Punt there, skipping away from Carleen Thomas. Kerwan able to send that one forward. Bartley deflecting it out for a Bison throw. And now Bailey Brown keeping that one in play. Cooper's effort, rather Schweikert, saved there by Jordan Brown. Gabby Hicks, left foot effort from distance, deflects off the post, right back to Cooper. Second chance effort ultimately does not count. It's just a step or two beyond the line in terms of the Lions defense flag for offside. Goal kick there forward, rather free kick from Bartley. Won by Coates. Bison continuing to drive forward, searching for more. Minshala, plenty of space, trying to play it forward to Zahn. Ava Lee is playing it back to Ferrazano. Plenty of time. Brilliant line-breaking pass there by Ferrazano, finding Aviles, who was checking back. Cooper lays it off to Ashenhart. Bounces around to find Aviles, and now Van Kirk sweeps that one away, recognizing the impending danger that was Jada Benjamin. And then miscommunication between Thomas and Aviles sees it out for a Lions throw. Ashenhart now in possession for the Bison, trying to slot it forward to Schweikert, bouncing right back to Ashenhart, and then Van Kirk. A little bit of skill there to get it away, trying to find the feet of Ria Rue, could not. Bartley getting a touch there to knock away Aviles' pass, and then Benjamin fired toward goal, well wide, and out for a goal kick. 75 minutes gone, 15 to go. The Bison, an 11-goal advantage here in their final non-conference game before conference play begins. Of course, they will have one final non-conference game Saturday afternoon in Bluffton. And then it's all PAC after that. Left-footed shot there from Hicks, deflecting off of Schweikert. Schweikert trying to keep playing. Cooper again flagged for offside as her shot was fired into the legs of Jordan Brown, who has made a pair of saves despite Lauren Cooper being in an offside position. Kimchala on the receiving end, Bartley's goal kick. Eli stepping in front of Muhammad there. Slightly too large of a touch from Schweikert. Hicks getting involved there with Garcia, showing off some physicality. Hicks stepping in front of Garcia again, and Hicks wins a free kick in the process, but then ends up holding her right ankle. A little bit slow to get up. Appears to be good to keep playing. Hicks will take the free kick just inside the attacking third. Plant forward, trying to find Cooper just beyond the outstretched leg of Cooper into the hands of Jordan Brown. Coates bringing down the punt. Now trying to work around Kimchala. Hicks feeding it inside to Schweikert. Through ball forward. Cooper this time onside, but touched just a bit too far away from her and out for a goal kick. Bison continuing to just move the ball around brilliantly, creating opportunities. Goal scoring has slowed down a little bit, but Coach Finelli more focused on getting everybody some minutes here in the final non-conference tune-up. Ashenhart trying to take a touch in the penalty area, blocked by Van Kirk, and then Schweikert shot blocked again. Van Kirk slow to get up. Coates plays it into Cooper. Right to Coates on the overlap. Coates trying to get around Pereira. Just dribble that one along the end line into the hands of Jordan Brown. See both coaches just watching on Coach Finelli, Coach Reinford, just trying to see what they have in players that may not necessarily get as many minutes. Coach Warsaw just trying to see out the remaining 11 minutes and change. So it'll be back-to-back double-digit defeats for the Lions against two PAC opponents for that matter. Hicks will play it back to Thomas. And now Coates. Trying to play it forward to Cooper. Pereira misreading the pass. Van Kirk now shielding it from Cooper, who ultimately runs out of room. Out for a base throw. Schweik firing towards goal. Jordan Brown making a strong diving save down to her left. Keep that one from giving the Bison a dozen. And out for yet another corner kick. It'll be Schweik now taking the corners. We've seen Monica Burt, Shania Christopher, Emily Wenger all deliver corner kicks and are all now on the bench. Jordan Brown again going out, getting a slight touch. Coates taking hard contact in the penalty area. Deflecting out a play for a Bison throw. Jeff Nardowitz, Ben Buckley a little bit confused as to who the ball deflected out off the last. Ultimately favoring the Bison. Schweikert tries to flick it on towards the center of the penalty area. Jordan Brown gathering that one without any pressure. See it sub checking in for Penn State Beaver. It'll be Haley Reed, was a starter. And now will coming back into the game. Of course, has been in since she started. Ava Lee now going back to Ferrazano. Plenty of time to play the ball forward. The Lions just continue to soak up the pressure. Through the ball forward from Aviles to Cooper. Jada Benjamin. Long distance effort, but well wide and out for a goal kick. And that'll allow Haley Reed to check in place of Madison Zahn. Just under 8.5 minutes left to play. Goal kick forward. Bartley, Coates getting ahead to it. Garcia sending that one out of play for a Bison throw. Coates able to find Schweikert. Deflected away by Pereira. Coates again finding Schweikert. Slots it forward. Benjamin tries to turn brilliantly around Bartley. But slightly too large of a touch there from Benjamin. Sees it into the hands of Brown. Quickly punt one forward, but right at Gabby Hicks. And the Bison will drive forward once again. Saviles slots it forward to Benjamin, able to save it on the far side. Benjamin dancing, fighting towards the back post. Just carrying out a play for yet another goal kick. Down to about 7 minutes remaining in the contest. Bartley's able to find Goodman on the goal kick. Benjamin stepping in front. Benjamin firing towards goal. Blocked there by Bartley. Almost had the wind knocked out over there, but continues to play. Garcia getting a touch on it just before Hicks. One. Finding the feet of Aviles. Plays it forward to Benjamin. Back inside to Aviles. Jalen Aviles slotting it, trying to find Cooper. Getting a touch on it there was Herrera. Then Bartley saves it from being a corner kick. Sends it out for a throw. Now Aviles laying it to Thomas. Trying to find Garcia. Trying to get a deflection there off of Carlene Thomas, who, despite facing away from the ball, avoids being hit. Bailey Brown sending it out with throw on the far side. Mentioned Bailey Brown earlier, only member of the Lions to scored a goal so far this season. Jada Benjamin getting tied up there on the far side with Addison Goodman. Take care to Arizona. By continuing to just knock the ball around. Eva League in possession, getting quite a few minutes here today. Mentioned she wasn't available Saturday against Lycoming, but back here today off the bench. Coates just going to lob the throw up for Schweikert. Hicks going back to Kerwan as Rhea Rue steps in front. Kerwan calmly allowing the Bison to retain possession. Carlene Thomas sneaking her way between some Lions. Jada Benjamin now trying to get around Bartley. Bartley standing strong. Blaze going back to Hicks, first time effort. It's supposed to be a shot, but it ends up falling to the feet of Nia Coates on the near side. And carrying out a play for a corner kick, last coming off of Lisbeth Minchala. One of 4 seniors on the Lions squad. Just about 3.5 minutes left to play. Schweikert taking the corner kick. Outswing ball there from Schweikert, deflecting off of Minchala. Van Kirk clearing it away. Eva Lee, plenty of time to fire towards goal. Deflecting there off of Brera. It ends up hitting the back of the net with 3:08 left to play. Another unforeseen circumstance gives the Bison a dozen goals. Madison Zahn will be checking back in for the Lions. Zahn will come in for Addison Goodman. Haley Reed gets play going once again for the Lions as the clock continues to wind down. Viles finding the feet of Benjamin. Now Cooper trying to go right back to Benjamin. Cooper getting stuck in there on Van Kirk, who takes a hard fall to the turf. Schweikert getting a little bit stuck in there. Schweikert again before Bartley gets a touch on it. Kerwan playing it back to Ava Lee. Coates slotting it inside to Hicks. back out to Benjamin, who has flipped from left to right. Benjamin trying to get around. Van Kirk does so just enough to fire towards goal, deflecting off of Bailey Brown. Out for corner kick with 1:15 remaining. Now reached a minute left as Schweikert sends it in. Ashenhart trying to get a touch, but Jordan Brown quickly off of her line to smother any sort of chance Ashenhart would have had. Eva Lee, plenty of space to dribble forward, then trying to force it to Cooper. Minchala getting a touch. Reed deflects it off of Hicks. Out for a Lions throw, and Beaver just going to take their time getting there. No rush to send this ball back into play. Pereira now finally doing so, but either did not come back into the play or did and went right back out. As the clock has its final seconds tick off the clock, and that is all she wrote here this afternoon. Your final score, Bethany 12, Penn State Beaver 0. Of course, Corinne Grego, Alessandra Ferrazano combining for the clean sheet. Grego with 3 individual so far this season. And now pair of Bison keepers splitting it here this afternoon. As we have quite a handful of goal scorers to recap here in this contest, as it was Jada Benjamin who got Bethany on the board. It was Benjamin's 6th goal of the season. Morgan Keelan tacking on her 2nd hat trick. Bethany Green and White, Mary Marshall with hat trick of her own. Lauren Cooper, Grace Schweikert, Jalen Aviles, each tacking on a goal of their own, along with a pair of own goals coming off of the Lions themselves. Penn State Beaver falls to 0-5 on the season. Still remaining 0-1 in conference play with their 2nd PSU AC game set for September 24th, Saturday, hosting Penn State Scranton 4 o'clock. As for the Bison, they improved to 5 wins and 2 draws as the strong start to the season continues for Bethany, who will be hosting Allegheny in 2 days' time right here on campus. Scheduled for a 4:30 kickoff as of now, could change based upon the weather, as the Bison dream start to the season just continues to carry on, already surpassing last season's win total after picking up the 3 points here this afternoon. Again, Bethany, we're back at it Wednesday, hosting Allegheny in the DAC opening round play. And then, of course, Bethany heading back on the road to face Bluffton in what is the final non-conference action of the 2022 season. That'll do it for us here at Don Holt Field. You've been watching non-conference women's soccer on the PAC Digital Network. Drew Von Sayo signing off. Enjoy the rest of your night, everybody.